discussing today is, should student athletes get paid? I personally think so, but in this argument, I have reasons on why people would disagree that they shouldn't get paid and people agree that they should get paid. Just let me know your opinion on this. In my lifetime, I've grew up going to watch LSU sports with my grandpa, who I'm very close with. We have always had season tickets, and for me, getting to see my favorite college athletes play was an awesome experience. A lot of our money goes into paying for those season tickets, as well as many other fans. Every Saturday in Death Valley, seeing a packed crowd, no one understands how much money goes into that, whether it's food and beverage sales or ticket sales. Seeing the players and fans hyped up just brings a different type of energy and experience to the table. From the team bringing in packed crowds every Saturday, they deserve some type of payment. Just from this past year, the 2019 LSU Tiger football team brought the fans something they will never forget, which is a national championship, and for that, it should be rewarded. The question being inquired is if college athletes deserve to gain profit or not. That is a controversial topic in today's society. Not only do people feel that a full-ride scholarship with a free education and a place to live is enough, but others feel that the players are obligated to receive profit for accomplishments in the sports that they play. After reviewing different articles, college should obtain profit from their playing time and the use and likeness of their names. College athletes that play for high-end Division I schools may end up playing in big games or events that give their schools profit, but they don't get a single penny for their hard work and dedication. The money gained by schools from fans and other sponsors is what allows teams to have some of the best equipment and facilities, and not a single dime goes to the players. Dr. James B. Owers Jr. states, "If you combine attendance, booster contributions, and television, that is some serious cash. All that money goes to the NCAA, and a small sum goes towards the coaches and schools, but none goes to the players. Whenever it comes down to playing in big-time bowl games," Owers also states, "the All-State Sugar Bowl will get you to think about both football and insurance. When the last pass is completed and the last tackle made, sponsors will have made a lot of money. None of the money is given to the players, although the coaches get a little bit of extra money in their pockets. The players deserve it just as much as the coaches. Student athletes get cheated in many other instances than just profit from their university. In the past, video game producers and corporations have used their names, likeness of many college athletes to their advantage, but not to the advantage of the athletes themselves. College football, basketball, and baseball athletes were recognized in these video games, but didn't receive anything for the use of their name. A while back, many former football players came together to start a group to fight for the right to receive profits, as they didn't gain profit for the use of their names as well. Steve Berkowitz states a group of current college football players will join NFL players in getting paid at least once for the use of their names, image, and likeness. He shows that the movement is working because there is now a select group of well-known athletes fighting for this cause. Berkowitz also states pre-tax amounts ranging from less than $100 to nearly $9,300 will go to players whose names and or images appeared in EA Sports football or basketball games issued from 2003 to 2004 to 2013 to 2014 and filed timely, valid claims. Ex-athletes that played at the collegiate level are now getting what they deserve, although it took a little minute for it to come through. Many other players are finding many ways to gain profit as well. Merchandise was another time when some athletes took matters into their own hands. Not only were they tired of not being able to gain profit, but they wanted to get the credit that they deserved. One prime example of this is when college football star Johnny Manziel, aka Johnny Football, sold merchandise for profit. Daniel Uckman states, Heisman Trophy winning quarterback Johnny Manziel's future college eligibility could be in question after an ESPN outside. The Lions report Sunday that the Texas A&M quarterback accepted thousands of dollars for signing memorabilia earlier this year, which is honestly a big no-no in football. That breaks their rules of eligibility and the rules that they are not allowed to do that. But most importantly, this shows how a player took matter into his own hands to receive profit from his own memorabilia. According to the NCAA, that is a rule violation which can furthermore lead to suspension or possibly even get the school in trouble. Many argue that Manziel did the wrong thing, but who can blame him? He's a star player and didn't get any money from any form of his work on and off the field, or his jerseys or autographs. Whether this is right or wrong, many people feel that these student athletes shouldn't get paid. One claim that many believe is the better option than playing payers is the use of a full ride scholarships. Seth Berger states, these athletes instead will get rewarded with 2 more years of a scholarship, and they should be able to earn meaningful degrees that could help them get high-paying jobs after school. Although it's agreeable that they will get a chance to graduate with a good degree without having to pay a single penny to go to school. The players aren't getting anything to help while they're in school. If you've worked hard your whole life to get rewarded a spot to play a collegiate level sport and get a free education is great, but at the same time, some money would be nice. Horace Mitchell states, there are students receiving access to a college education through their participation in sports, for which they earn scholarships to pay tuitions, fees, room and board, and other allowable expenses. Many argue that student athletes should be thankful for what they've gotten already. But what many don't realize is that these prestigious athletes are the reason why many people buy tickets and sell out stadiums and give their school major profit, because everyone wants to watch a certain athlete play. These players are expected to go out and give for all for their sports programs just because they're getting a free education. But many of them are only at the university so they can make it to the next level and support their families. While full ride scholarships can benefit students as well as their families, for these athletes who grind day and night in the field and the classroom, it still just isn't enough. Another argument, people say that they shouldn't get paid. Many claim that since Division II and III schools don't make large sums of profit, so how can they play players if the NCAA allowed it whenever they don't have a bunch of money to even pay coaches? Mark Edelman claims it usually does not come up at those NCAA Division I institutions that struggle to fund their athletic programs or in Division II or Division III. Many of these athletes at these smaller schools know what they signed up for when they signed a contract towards that school. Although not all schools get a lot of money, tons of lower class athletes are just happy enough to play college ball. The colleges that do make a bunch of profit need to give players what they deserve. Many argue as well that the money earned needs to go into the schools and not their sporting programs. But a lot of times people attend a college not only for good academics but for their high level of athletic talent. Many people would love to say that they went to college at LSU the year they won a national championship, or that even had a class of one of their greater athletes. Many still believe no matter what an athlete brings to a school, that they still don't deserve a single dime. Athletes at the collegiate level look up to big-time professional athletes as motivation to succeed and get to the top. Fans look at some collegiate